friends. I'm going to do something new and different. I talked about this when I did a live stream. It's probably been like 10 days ago now. And I've wanted to do this for a while, partly because I'm an animal lover, partly because I know a lot of you, especially you homesteaders out there, have lots of wild creatures that you deal with, and so you may already know as much or more than I know anyway. But for the regular Joe off the street that doesn't see some of the animals that I see every day, I do think it's important to provide and offer education and encouragement to people to become educated about creatures. A lot of knee-jerk reactions out there that are based on misinformation, which generates a lot of fear. And it hurts my heart to know that people aren't real kind to some creatures just because they don't know what they are, or they misidentify them. They think they're something they're not. So I'll throw out this disclaimer first. From time to time, there are images of critters that have been unalived. Sometimes it's not a deliberate thing. Some of them were gotten a hold of by predators. Some of them were hit by cars, or just found themselves in the wrong place at the wrong time and were injured somehow. But a lot of them, it's probably safe to say that most of the times I see a deceased snake on the Facebook pages that I follow so that I can educate myself and be more comfortable with identification. It's because the people saw it immediately, dispatched it, then they post the picture on one of the Facebook pages to ask what it was. Shoot first, ask questions later. And I understand that, that's it's kind of the purpose of fear. Fear is it should be the purpose to protect you, to make the fight or flight response kick in. But so many of these snakes, even the ones that I would not want to encounter, they serve a very important purpose in our ecosystem, and they just want to be left alone. They're not out to get us. They're not seeking out a human to envenomate. They just want to do their thing and be part of the cleanup crew that they are, or to help keeping things clean. The rat snakes that I find out in the pen pretty frequently do a great job of keeping other critters away that would be a little more problematic, because they can cause problems for the flock. So what I'm going to do, and some of these I may have seen already, I've tried not to look at too many of these in the last couple of days so that I would have some new fresh material to test myself with in this video today. So together we're going to look at some pictures that people have posted. Every now and then, I told Richard he could be a part of it too, so I might call him over every now and then and have him guess and see what he thinks what he thinks the snake is. But every now and then somebody will, post that it's a whatever. They say it in the post itself. They say what it is because they already know what it is. That's not typical. Most people come onto the pages to ask what a snake is. I will also, here's another disclaimer, I'm relatively familiar with the snakes in my part of the world, in this region of Texas. One of the pages focuses primarily on that. Every now and then someone will still share a snake and they say it's from some other part of the world or some other part of the country, and our experts in the group are knowledgeable enough that they can still provide an answer. But the one page is primarily devoted to helping people in this area identify the snakes that are going to be encountered in this area. And then the other page is just a general snake identification page. So I'll let you know which one is which, and I'll kind of just go back and forth again, because one of them is more related to here where I live, and other ones, the other one is not. I'm not going to know as much about the other page. Obviously some snakes, you see it and you know what it is, whether it's near you or not. If you see a cobra, you know it's a cobra, right? Even though there's not cobras where you live, but you don't see a lot of cobras on either of these pages. So let's start. I'm just going to be kind of impromptu with this, and we'll look at the picture together. And hopefully the comments won't display while we're looking at the picture, because I'm testing myself too. I want to see, I usually do pretty well when I'm looking at the images. Before I look at the comments, I make an ID for myself. You're not allowed to guess in these groups, so I don't post that, but I'm getting really good at it. And you know, my goal for me is I want to at least be obviously familiar with the potentially dangerous venomous snakes in my area, which I don't see. We have not seen them here. Knock on wood, we have not seen a venomous snake at RichKat Ranch. I'm sure they're around, and I know just to the north of us, up in Flower Mound, I can't believe how many posts I see from people who are sharing images from their backyards. It's not a country. It's not like acreage. These are people that have their traditional, you know, big house on a little lot, and they're letting their dogs out or going outside with their kids, and they find a snake that they need to be careful around. So I'm getting good at it though, but we'll see. I'm going to test myself with you, so go easy on me for the ones I'm going to get wrong, because I know I'm going to get some of them wrong. But again, my goal is for myself. I want to be familiar with the ones that are potentially dangerous, so that I know to steer clear or use, you know, a water hose or something else to move them along. And then be comfortable with the ones that are not venomous, so that I can continue to do what I do, which you guys, I'll link the video, a couple of the videos where I've wrangled some snakes and relocated them by hand from the pen to a different part of our property. And I want to be able to continue to do that, because I love wildlife encounters. I love all kinds of animals, and it feels kind of like a, you know, a lucky experience when I meet one of them in person and I can interact with it. So here we go. Let me minimize myself here, and oops. And then we'll get to this first page. This is the one that's more devoted to snakes in my little part of Texas here, North Texas, close to Fort Worth, so the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but a lot closer to Fort Worth than it is to Dallas. Today's episode brought to you by apple juice with lemon juice in it. Yummy, and then I've got some ice in it. Very refreshing, and obviously a little bit tangier than the apple juice is by itself. So this is the What Kind of Snake Is It? North Texas Educational Group. I know you can't see that whole name because I've got the screen bigger so that you can see the images better. And we're just going to go to the first thing that's posted. Again, apologies, because you are going to see some images. Oops, let me make sure. Okay, I hope this is working. You are going to see some pictures of snakes that have met their demise for one reason or another. So I don't know the story of this one, except that the person who posted it shared, this is what they said. Sorry for the pic, I did not kill it. A friend wants to know what this is. This is the Norman, Oklahoma area. I'm going to tell you, my guess right away is a hognose, just because of the body pattern. Where I can, I will share with you what I see that makes me think a hognose. I'm going to second guess myself a lot because I second guess myself a lot, but that's the first thing that jumps out to me, and it just has to do with this pattern on him. So hognose, one of the snakes I dream about finding. There's a couple of snakes that I will be going out to buy a lottery ticket or something if and when I encounter one, because I haven't yet, and I just think they're amazing. The hognose is known as quite dramatic. So I may be wrong, because there's also a possibility there's another snake that I get wrong a lot, and it's a dangerous rattlesnake that has a similar pattern to this. I'm looking over here because I actually have the screen that you're seeing over on the other monitor, and I guess I could just be comfortable looking at the one you're looking at. So this is my first, I'm second guessing myself, but I'm going to say this is a hognose, and we're about to find out together. Let's see the comments. Oh, and I'm wrong. See, that is a pygmy rattlesnake. So when that happens, it's a learning opportunity for me. So I'm glad you're getting to see the process for me. Again, we don't have these here. We don't have, I mean, there are pygmy rattlesnakes in Texas, but I've not seen a pygmy rattlesnake anywhere near RichKat Ranch. But, and maybe if I could really get a clearer view of him and it wasn't just this mangled thing, I would know that. I'm sure there are other identifiers that because I'm still learning, I just don't see it. See what the other comment is. What is the other comment? It says something isn't working. This may be because of a technical error. We're working to fix it. Or somebody, you know, they do a good job of removing comments when somebody guesses wrong. Again, you're not supposed to guess, but obviously I would have been wrong if I had identified that. So let's look at this one now. And I want to say, okay, obviously we can't see the tail, but it's not a rattlesnake. Wow, I just don't feel like, even as big as this is on my screen too, I'm having a hard time seeing its eyes, but this pattern here, I think this is a rat snake of some kind. And I'm basing that on these, the pattern of these little splotches on him. So let's see, maybe this is a Great Plains rat snake. Again, I'm not supposed to guess on the site, but I'm going to guess here with you guys. Oh, it's just atypical coloring. It is a rat snake, but it's not a traditional rat snake. But still, that pattern, the shape of these little things along his back is very rat snake looking to me. So, okay, so I got one right. I'll go back and add, I'll have a little how many I got right, how many I got wrong ticker somewhere on the screen by the time you guys see this when it goes to editing. All right, let's see what we got next. Okay, this also looks like a rat snake, and again, apologies. This rat snake could have, likely was taking care of the rodent problem that these people apparently had or thought they had that prompted them to put a mouse trap out. And unfortunately, in this snake's efforts to do his job and rid them of the rats or mice they were trying to catch, the rat trap got the rat snake. So I think this is a rat snake. Again, just going by the shape of these little patterns along his back. And that makes me so sad. Harmless juvenile rat snake. This is a Pantherophis species. That's the same. You know, we see the Pantherophis obsoletus here mostly. When you've seen the videos of me getting a snake out of the pen, that's what it is, a Pantherophis obsoletus, a western rat snake. But there's lots and lots of different rat snakes, just like there's lots and lots of different rattlesnakes. So, rest in peace, little rat snake. All right, this one. This, I'm going to say right away, I think this is a coach whip. Again, I don't see coach whips here. I wish I did, because they seem very interactive and curious, and it just says, hubby found this baby mowing. ID, please, Riley Springs, Hopkins County, Texas. I think it's a coach whip. Let's see. Why do people handle snakes and then ask for ID? I don't understand this. At least wear some garden gloves. That question comes up a lot on this site, I'll tell you now. And the response from the experts is typically something along the lines of, well, most people at least know if it's venomous or not. And I would be one of those people. If I knew it was not a venomous snake, boy, I'd be in trouble with trying to pick up that hog nose that ended up being a pygmy rattlesnake, wouldn't it? But since I haven't seen either of those here live and in person, I don't think for the first time I encountered it. For sure, I don't think I would be looking at it. And now I'll give myself some credit here. That first image of that hog nose that ended up being a pygmy rattlesnake, well, I couldn't see the tail. Did you guys see the tail? There's no tail in this picture. So, unless, is that, I don't know. If there's a tail, it's so mangled I can't see it. So obviously that would have been another piece of information that I would have, I think, if I was looking at a live snake in person, right? I would see more of the identifying characteristics and not just have to go on that little section of pattern that looks similar to a hognose. I hope we get a good image of a hognose that looks similar to that so you'll understand, you know, why I thought that's what it was at first. Anyway, so back to this. I think this is a coach whip, but all we have in the responses that we can see right now is that somebody wants to know why are they handling it if they don't know what it is. Okay. I don't want top comments. I want all comments. Oh, it's a yellow belly racer. Okay. Again, I don't see those here. But okay, I'm going to pull this up because I think they're so cute. Okay, how do I do this? Oh, I think he's so cute. I just think that's so cute. Okay, let's put this back however it was before, and let's get out of here. See if I have that. No, I don't have that lined up right now. Oh. Okay, where did that go? Okay, so now let's go back to the comments. So it's an eastern yellow-bellied razor. This is a colobrid species of snake. Pretty common here, but I've never seen them. A yellow-bellied racer. Oh, and let's see if one of these experts answered the way I said they usually answer. Okay. Oh. Here we go. So from Eddie Blackburn, well, there's only 4 types of venomous snakes other than subspecies. As long as you can identify them, then the other snakes are non-venomous. Right. So again, make yourself, educate yourself about the snakes in your area so that you at least know which ones are dangerous or potentially dangerous and or venomous. Then you know that if it's not one of those, you're probably okay. And then here's one of the moderators saying, people always ask this question, and sometimes I'll look and it's a brand new person to the group. But I'm the kind, I try whenever possible when I go to a group to ask a question, I search the group first to see, you know, has someone else posted something similar or asked the same question already? The Pet Vet Corner group I'm in is a great example of that. And I'm always discouraged when I see people who have been in a group for like 6 or 7 years and the same question has come up hundreds of times, but then it happens for them and they come in and ask the question. Or they break a rule that the admins are always reminding people not to break, and I'm thinking, how have you not seen one of these posts from admin, or how have you not seen this same question already answered 8 times this week? But that's neither here nor there. Let me get back on track with the snakes. Oh, let's go to the next picture. Oh wow, I've got that way in the wrong place. Okay, hang on. This looks like a ribbon snake, a western ribbon snake. Bosque County, Texas. That's just, I'm kind of giving you just my first impressions of what I see in the essence of, you know, keeping the video going along. Yes, a harmless western ribbon snake, a Thamnophis proximus. Okay, non-venomous. Okay, somewhere in this picture, I guess there's a snake. Oh, right there on that. Is that what that is? Wow. Okay, here's another thing, and I feel bad for these admins. Usually they can identify it even when I look at it and think, oh, wait, no, here it is. It's along the baseboard here, duh, which that's a coral snake. That is a Texas coral snake. I'm going to tell you that right now. Again, I'm going to second guess myself. So I would know to stay away from that one. Highly, highly venomous. But sometimes people will take pictures that look like this, whatever this thing is here, and then they'll say, can you please identify that? And I'm thinking, why would someone even post that picture and ask for help? That is a coral snake. Yes, a coral snake. Okay, what's this one? And you know, I guess when you're new to the page or just snakes in general, because you don't understand what you should be looking for to identify it, you don't know that you need to take a picture of the stuff that people need to see to identify it. I can't even tell if that snake still has its head. Came home and found this poor thing stuck in our sprinkler valve box, plain-bellied water snake. Oh, it's a plain-bellied water snake. They've already identified him. So his head is not visible. His head is probably down here in the oh, you can't see my little cursor thing. And I still don't know that it's clear enough. I don't really see the pattern. The plain-bellied water snakes often have like a chalk line pattern on their backs. But this person looks like they know what they're doing. They're a top contributor on the site. And then we should have somebody confirming that. Got them out with vegetable oil, but not looking great. She was awake but stressed. Took her down near the creek, so fingers crossed I'll be checking. Here's another picture of her. Okay. This is a little better because I can see those labial lines. I don't know why my cursor doesn't show up over here, y'all. So along the sides of the mouth here are labial bars, vertical bars that run up and down where the mouth opens. That's an indicator for this part of Texas that it is a harmless, non-venomous water snake. So, plain-bellied water snake. I had hoped our first plain-bellied water snake picture would be better. Okay, this looks like another racer to me. ID, please, Copperas Cove, Texas. Thanks in advance. That looks like a racer. Let's find out together. Non-venomous yellow-bellied racer. This has to do again with the pattern along his back, but I don't know. Notice that other one we saw didn't have such a pronounced pattern. Okay. ID, please. My wife found it on our porch. She thought copperhead. I know it's not that. Granbury, Texas. It hurts my brain that so many people, they see a snake and right away they think it's a copperhead. The only other thing that is similar to that really frustrates me just as much is when people see a spider and immediately they say it's a brown recluse. It might even be a tarantula. Like it might be something that is the total opposite, looks-wise, size-wise, personality-wise. But they'll immediately think it's a brown recluse, which again makes them think they have to dispatch it. So no, we can't see the tail. That bugs me because it looks like a young snake. Now I'm going to say I don't know for sure what this is right now because that head, and I could be wrong. I might eat my words. Somebody might come on here and say it's an aberrant copperhead or a juvenile something because sometimes the babies can look really different. But that thing on its head, or the colors on his head there, that's interesting to me. So we're going to have to just find out together what it is. Okay, so that's a DeKay's brown snake. I've always just called it a Texas brown snake. And I guess I don't spend enough time with them. Those are some of the earliest snakes I can remember handling as a kid because they never get more than like a foot long. They're little tiny, super friendly, very shy. But you can handle them, and you usually find them in a garden. So if you're growing a garden or you've got flower beds, because they eat earthworms and other things that you would find in a garden or a flower bed. But they're small, and so these people, I wish when someone came on and asked for ID help, they would say, about 8 inches long or about 2.5 feet long, about as big around as my forearm, or something else to give me a size of scale, because I miss this particular snake so often on this page. Even though I've seen these live and in person and I've handled them, I miss that because I don't realize, I don't have a sense of scale here. So obviously there are some identifying features that our experts can look at and at a glance they know what it is, but I would need to know that. Okay. Oh, this is a plain-bellied water snake. I'm going to tell you right now. And I wish my little cursor would work, but can you see those kind of light colored bands, like stripe looking things that go horizontally across his body? You can't really see this one's mouth, so you can't see the labial bars, but you can see the chalk line pattern along his back there, and that's how I know this is a plain-bellied water snake. Harmless plain-bellied water snake. This is a Nerodia erythrogaster, so that's what I usually see here when I see a water snake. Okay, here's a poor guy got tangled up really bad in some nets. I'm so thankful we were able to get him out, but it looked like it hurt. He doesn't look like a venomous snake to me, but I don't recognize him. What is he? He's black, blue, and kind of smooth. Okay, so I need to make this bigger for myself. Let's see what this next one is. He doesn't look very big, does he? Okay. All right, let's see. I'm going to say, oops, that I think this, I don't know that those are, I don't think those are labial bars. I think this is also, I think this is maybe a black racer. Oh, a coach whip. Okay, there's that snake I tell you I've never seen here. I don't usually think coach whip when I see one this dark, but see, one of our top contributors has confirmed that that is an eastern coach whip. Oh, okay. So I hope you guys know what that is. And that is a big, healthy one. And just so you'll understand what I'm saying, the tip of the tail, which is up at the top of the picture, kind of center of the picture, this is a diamondback rattlesnake, a western diamondback rattlesnake. So he does have the classic pattern along his back, but that tail, I think it's a diamondback. I think this is a diamondback rattlesnake. Let's see, western diamondback. Okay. Oh, now this looks like another coach whip to me. This is in Granbury, Texas. That's probably about an hour and 15 minutes from here. Eastern coach whip. Okay, so this was not someone asking for identification. This was someone who came into the group to share that she's always been terrified of snakes, but she was at some sort of an event where someone had a snake and asked if she wanted to hold it, and she worked up her gumption and held it. This is like a boa constrictor of some kind, so I don't know. Well, let me see if anyone did identify it, because when I saw the post right after she posted it. Let's see. It's a snake and it's alive and you're alive. I think in my little brain you've accomplished a great deal to conquer your fears. But let's see. I want to see if someone has identified it. Okay, this is a Burmese python, so not a boa. It's a man-made morph known as the granite Burmese python. Big Britney Spears energy, and we're here for it. So I love these kind of posts. I love when someone comes in to share that because of what they've learned here and because of the exposure they've had to snakes in general and people who know about snakes and others who have overcome fears about snakes, that they too have overcome their fears about snakes. So kudos to her. All right, sorry I keep having to move this back and forth. I'm still learning about this OBS. I'm really enjoying it. I like that it can do so many things for me. But that's interesting looking. ID please from a friend's picture in Covington, Texas. That might be a yellow-bellied racer too. Harmless eastern yellow-bellied racer. Okay. Oh, here's another plain-bellied water snake. Again, can you see those chalk? They are called chalk. I'm not just calling them chalk lines. That's what I've seen the experts use as a description for this pattern on their backs. When they're babies, they're very vibrant and can look completely different. But this is a plain-bellied water snake, that Nerodia erythrogaster that we saw earlier. Plain-bellied water snake, non-venomous. Okay, what is this? I think this is a rat snake. Again, because of that pattern. And he looks like he's getting ready to climb the wall. And odds are good if you ever find a snake climbing a wall or climbing a tree, like near a house. Seems like 9 times out of 10 it's a rat snake. On our porch in Fairview, Texas, ID please. Rat snake, non-venomous, free rodent control, and adept egg thief. Okay, I think this is just an earth snake, green earth snake. Is that what these are called? I only know these snakes from this page. Again, so some of these, maybe they do live around me, but they stay hidden because they really don't, they just want to be left alone. But let's see. I don't think it's a rough earth snake, but let's find out together. Rough green snake. Okay, close, only because, again, I've seen it ID'd here, but I've never encountered one. Okay, this Okay. I don't think this is a rat snake. My daughter sent me this in a panic. Rat snake, right? I it may be a juvenile rat snake, but I'm not getting the rat snake vibe. Let's see, do I have a guess? A night snake? Oh, come on, where are the comments? So the comments have been deleted, so maybe no one's ID'd this yet. Posted 4 hours ago. I don't know what's up with... Oh, here we go. Oh, it is a rat snake. Okay. So maybe it's a baby and the pattern is just not what he's going to be when he gets older. I mean, I guess I can kind of see that shield shape on his patterns. Okay. Now, what is this? Please delete if not allowed, needing confirmation at the noise that woke me up this morning. Oh, I think I saw that, and I don't know why they put it here. There's other wildlife pages. Okay, my son found this cute little guy while working outside here in Saxey today. Too small for my eyes to make the right ID, but I believe it's a baby rat snake. Those who know, am I right? Really, that's the only picture we get? So I don't even have a guess. This looks like the underside of a snake, and a very limited section of the snake. And this person says he was non-venomous. That's the best I can do. I figured it out, but still curious. He was relocated safely. If you have more pictures after you got him out of the flower pot, we can get you an ID. No, I don't have any more. That's the only one my son took. So who knows? But it's agreed by the group here that it was non-venomous. But again, why would you post that? Why would you? If that would be like me, I don't know, me putting this up on the screen and asking, obviously you saw what I did, but if I put this up on the screen and said, can you please tell me what part of the body this is from? If that's all you saw, so if you didn't see me put my hand up there, yeah, maybe we'll give you that little clue. Maybe we'll give you that little clue where you see that little place, between my fingers there. But when you don't even get that much of a clue, I don't know. I know, again, people get afraid and then they don't even think. They can't even think logically enough to understand that they're going to have to provide more information if they want help. Okay, this looks like a rat snake. Again, and maybe you'll kind of catch on after a while. That sort of, it's not really a square. It's almost a pentagon shaped thing. I think people describe it as a shield kind of a shape. So I think that is a rat snake. ID, please, Houston, Texas. He's pretty little. Western rat snake. Again, Pantherophis obsoletus, which is what we see here. And then, okay, this is, I'm looking at the top of his head here. What is that? I don't think it's a rat snake. I think it might be a racer. Following because I need to know if I'm right. It looks like it has not been ID'd yet. This was posted 5 hours ago. We probably get hundreds of requests in this group every day, and there's a limited number of mods and experts that can answer. So I'm not going to guess on that, but it would not be one I would pick up if I encountered it because I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I think it might be some kind of a racer. American racer? Please ID. I believe this is a hog nose, but not positive. Okay, let's look at this picture. And maybe you'll see. I might go back to the first picture. This is a hog nose. And I have a little more information now to help me because I can more clearly see his head. And then I can see these pea coat buttons. I'm going to pull up. How can I do that? I'm going to open another window and pull it over here and see if I can find that first picture, just so you guys won't think I'm any crazier than you probably already think I am. Which page was this? Snake identification. That's the one we're in, right? Oh, wow. Is that the one we're in? Oh, no, that we're in the what kind of snake is this? And I'm going to hope that that pygmy rattlesnake that was chopped up at the very beginning of today's video is still there. Okay, let me find it, because I want to pull those pictures up side by side so that maybe you can see what I was seeing that made me first say hognose. Oh, that's not where I need to go. I need to go right here. Okay. That's not it. How do I sort it by most recent? Most recent right here. And I can't find it. So I may insert something. So when I get ready to edit the video, I may go back and find that picture of that very first snake we saw that I thought was a hognose, just so that you guys will understand why I initially thought it was a hognose. But let's go back to this. But this one, I do think the person's right. And these spots, maybe you remember enough. Maybe you want to pause this and go back and look at the beginning and see. I do think that's a hognose. And now I feel a little bit better about initially thinking that pygmy rattlesnake was a hognose. So yes, this is a hognose, an eastern hognose. Austin, Texas. They're around here somewhere too. I just have never seen them. And here's again, so they've confirmed her ID. Here's another plain-bellied water snake with a beautiful beautiful opportunity. Oh, there's my little thing back again. My beautiful opportunity to see those labial bars I was talking about. So these vertical, so the up and down kind of lines that you see going along the mouth, where the mouth opens, that is your best indicator that this is a non-venomous water snake. Now that's only applicable here in North America. Okay, if you go to some other part of the world, that may not be the case. They might have snakes in other parts of the world. In fact, I think there are snakes in other parts of the world that have those labial bars that are not not friendly, that are potentially dangerous and venomous. But here's the one with, again, the chalk lines, the labial bars, and he just wants to be left alone, y'all. He's trying so hard to be small and stay out of the way. But this is another, North Richland Hills, so a little neighboring city here. We can walk to North Richland Hills. That's where the big Kroger marketplace is, where I like to shop. Anyway, so that's what that is, plain-bellied water snake. We're going to do one more on this page, and then I'm going to go to that other page. Those are crummy pictures, I'll just tell you that right now. I don't like... Okay, let's see what this is. That looks like a copperhead. Okay, now that looks like a copperhead to me. Whatever that first person, that said they thought it was a copperhead, I think this is a broad-banded copperhead right here. Now, what I would need to see is the mouth. I would need to see his mouth, because if it's not a copperhead, it might be a broad-banded water snake, and they would have those labial bars, those vertical bars around his mouth. But if I saw this, I would know to steer clear, because I think it looks like a copperhead. Okay, yes, the person even said venomous copperhead in Weatherford, Texas. Big guy, probably 2.5 feet. Oh, here, look, here's that picture. Oh, why does it say that? Under recent media is that picture of that. Well, let's just move this over and let you see it. Recent media. There's that, well, you can't see my little cursor now, but over, let me put this right up by my face. So right here, beside my face, is that very first picture we saw of the snake that was pretty mutilated, and I first said I thought it was a hognose. And then let's see if we can go back to the hognose, and maybe you'll see. And yet when I tried to enlarge that, maybe you'll see why I thought that, because of these dots. They have similar dots, but I couldn't see that whole snake. Okay, so that's what we're going to do for that page. Now let's go to the snake identification and education. This one is not strictly devoted to the North Texas area. And we've got a video here. I won't play it in case there's some sort of copyright thing. This says, pretty sure it's a black snake, but had markings I was unfamiliar with. Usually if somebody says a black snake, they mean a rat snake, a black rat snake. And, wow. I did get new glasses, y'all, but I still, I feel like I'm having a hard time studying that. Okay, well, he doesn't have like a stubby cottonmouth tail or anything. I can't believe we didn't see a cottonmouth in all of those things we were looking at on the other page. We've got to find one. Well, let's just find out what this was. Oh, the person didn't say in the video. This person says it looks like a rat snake. And they can be black, dark like that. The ones I see usually have more of a pattern on them. Okay, here's another one. Are those chalk lines on him? Are those chalk lines on him? So hard to see. See if I can make this even bigger. What do y'all think? I don't think that's a water snake though. Oh, this says it's a rat. Okay, it's a rat snake. Yeah. I didn't think that pattern looked like a plain-bellied water snake. Okay, this looks like a checkered garter snake. This is in Chesterfield, Virginia. Again, I don't know why they don't get a picture of the whole thing. Oh, but again, those little decays brown snakes, I don't know what their range is. I've always called them Texas brown snakes. I don't know how size that is, but it's a harmless decays brown snake. So I'm catching on a little bit. This little pattern that almost looks like a checkered garter snake is on those little tiny, 12-inch long snakes. Oh, this is one of the ones I want to find. I think that's what this is. I think this is a speckled king snake. I would love to encounter one if that's what this is. This guy was trying to get into my garage, shook his tail profusely, Southwest Missouri. Harmless speckled king snake. Oh, those are great to have around. Those will swallow copperheads and cottonmouths and other snakes whole. Okay, I don't care about the frog. Let's see, check out, oh, that's a scarlet snake that says in the description. And I just want to point out that, the difference here, you can't see my little cursor. Those little off-white bands that you see between the colors, that would be a good indicator that it's not a coral snake. I would have thought this was a milk snake. I don't know a lot about scarlet snakes. And it's not a scarlet king snake. I think there's another species called a scarlet king snake. Okay, United States has 23 different kinds of rattlesnakes. Here's a timber rattlesnake. Okay, and I think I would have gotten that because of this pattern on him. And then again, there's his, let's pull this over so y'all can see it. I want you to see his rattles. There's his rattles. You can't see it when I use my cursor, but obviously he's got rattles on the end of him. Okay, there's a little tiny thing. That's probably another like a decays. Oh, a red-bellied snake. I don't even know what that means. Well, he's got a red belly. That could be it. Here's a milk snake, I think. Oh, it says a scarlet snake. Yeah, that face looks like the one on the other snake, doesn't it? Okay, so a Florida scarlet snake. Aren't they pretty? Oh, this is a copperhead. So you might hear when you're learning about copperheads about a Hershey kiss pattern. And I don't know if my little, I'll have to put some stuff in when I edit this so y'all can see what I'm talking about. but these little shapes that you see along their sides are what is being referred to when you hear Hershey kiss pattern. So that's a copperhead snake. Oh my gosh, look how small that is. Is that a hognose? You know, I mean, your guess is as good as mine. Eastern hognose snake. There again, see, there's that similar pattern to those pygmy rattlesnakes. Okay, so I actually think this is a plain-bellied water snake. I'll take, I don't know for sure, Alex, for $500. So the person is asking if this is a rat snake or a king snake. And I actually think, I can't see the mouth, but I'm sometimes surprised at what a plain-bellied water snake looks like before it, gets to that point where it's just got the chalk lines. Okay, and the answers are neither. Harmless water snake, Nerodia species. Oh, okay. So where is this person? Kansas City, Missouri. So that could be a factor. Again, I'm not going to say I know a lot about the snakes outside my area, but it does look like other pictures I've seen when people have shared pictures of plain-bellied water snakes that had a lot going on the back. Maybe the belly's plain, but not the rest of them. I really want to find a cottonmouth, y'all. This looks like a rat snake. Picture was taken in Virginia. I'm hoping harmless, but not sure. Picked up with bare hands back then, but didn't get bit, so feeling good. I think that's a rat snake. And there, and again, see, there's those little shields. I do like that description for that shape. A gray rat snake. Okay, Lincoln County, Mississippi. He was cute and small. Red-bellied baby. Again, I don't know a lot about red-bellied snakes. No one's identified it. And this looks like another rat snake to me. Hi, snake was in a bedroom. What is it? In middle southern Alabama. I think it's a rat snake. Harmless juvenile rat snake. Pantherophis. Again, lots of different variations of the Pantherophis snakes. Okay, and then this ID. Oh my goodness. Y'all see that's too big, isn't it?
That's a fucking rattlesnake, dude.
Oh, sorry about that. Then who would know that guy was going to make that comment? So let me get this where y'all can see it. I hope you can see it. Start this. So this person thinks it's a rattlesnake. I think it's a hognose. Here I go again. I wish they would just take a still picture. And these little hognoses, again, are little drama queens. Golly, I just need it to be, I'm going to pause it when it gets to a point. Okay. Oh, yeah, this one makes me kind of nervous, but wow. Wow. What do you think? Okay, I don't need for that to stay on the screen. Let's see. It's a hognose. Okay. It's a hognose. Again, it does have a similar pattern. And even a rat snake will shake his tail and sound like he's rattling like a rattler. So it's a hognose a hognose snake, not a rattlesnake, and it's not effing. When confronted, the hognose snake will suck in air, spread the skin around its head and neck like a cobra, hiss and lunge, pretending to strike. Eventually, they'll even play dead, rolling on their back and opening their mouth. I've seen pictures and videos, and they really are amazing little drama queens. Okay, well, Justin's already told us what this is. This is an ornate cat-eyed snake from Costa Rica. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. There's Justin again handling something. What is that? He's probably saying, but I'm trying not to have audio. I don't know. Let's find out what it is. Oh, an eastern king snake. Again, I've never seen a king snake. I know we have speckled king snakes here. See him shaking his little tail, rattling his tail. That was non-venomous. This looks like a copperhead to me. Again, Hershey kisses. Kind of see the Hershey kiss pattern there. Oh, you can see my little cursor thing now. And look, he just wants to get away. He just wants to be left alone. Oh, wow. Mud snake. Oh, my goodness, that's just gorgeous. A mud snake. I cannot. Okay, so we have to find some cottonmouths. I think that's a racer. Southeast Louisiana, harmless juvenile North American racer. Coluber constrictor. This looks like a rat snake. Harmless gray rat snake. I'm zipping through now because I really want to find a cottonmouth for y'all. Pensacola, Florida. Okay, this is a water snake. It's got those labial bars. I think. Again, that should apply because it's still the United States. It's a water snake. That's all they can say. Add location. It's a water snake. Again, the location is important because certain species of snake families are found in certain areas together. A banded water snake. A harmless banded water snake, Nerodia fasciata. Okay, because it's in Florida, so we would not have those here in Texas. This dude was grumpy, brown water snake, South Florida. Yeah, I don't know this one because I don't know Florida snakes. But yes, it's a harmless brown water snake from Florida. Aha. That's a cottonmouth. So not what I meant. I want you to see the whole snake because that's another one that people get freaked out about, and they think everything is a copperhead or a cottonmouth. And when you see them enough, then you realize, oh yeah, wait a minute, that rat snake didn't look anything like that. Okay. Some of these are ID'd already. Justin IDs his, that's a patch nose. Justin IDs a lot of his. This looks like one of those scarlet snakes. Where is this person? Again, I would say milk snake because of the white bands, but non-venomous scarlet snake. I don't know what's going on here.
That's a group of snakes.
Kangari National Swamp, South Carolina. 3 males, 1 female, non-venomous. But it doesn't say what it is. Okay, this one. There's another copperhead. Oh, beautiful Hershey kisses there. You guys see those Hershey kisses? That one doesn't look very big. That's North Charleston, South Carolina. I can only get 3 disagreeing posts to show up. Okay. I guess this is the snake they're talking about. And this person says, if you're referring to this post, it's a harmless banded water snake. Another one of those Nerodia fasciata snakes. So I don't know now what pictures they're saying they shared. Okay, hi, a neighbor shared this with us in Central Florida. Anyone able to identify it? Wow, it's so small. That looks very rat snake-ish to me, though. Let's see if I'm right. Harmless juvenile corn snake. Still, so corn snake, still the same family as a rat snake, a Pantherophis species, but a Agatatus. I don't know if I'm saying that right. All right, okay, y'all, I cannot believe I can't find. That's a coral snake there, but I can't believe I can't find. So we're going back to this, what kind of snake is this? And I'm going to just search for some cottonmouths. Now, some people still call them, what do they call them? Water moccasins. Oh, okay, yeah. First up we have this lovely specimen. That is a cottonmouth. And look at that. Look how his tail just like suddenly, where a lot of tails, they get skinnier, and it just goes on and on and on and gets skinnier. His is like it starts to get skinnier and then it just stops. But this pattern underneath the belly, I know you can't always see it, and it's probably not even always there, but even though the top, if you only saw it from the top and you didn't see the head or anything, you might not know. That is a cottonmouth. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, well, he's showing you that he's a cottonmouth. Again, you can't see his belly very well, but he does have that. I feel like they all have that pattern on their belly, and then they all have that tail that, like, it seems like it should go on a little longer, but it doesn't. It just stops. This is okay, I think this is a, yes, I think this is a cottonmouth, but I think it's a, well, or is this a broad-banded copperhead? That might be a broad-banded copperhead. Okay, it is a cottonmouth. I guess I need more whole body cottonmouth. This is Louisville, Texas. This looks like, man, I need to be able to see his face. I want to say, okay, I might be wrong, and I don't see these here. I mean, I've seen, so a friend sent me a picture of one of these that was in our neighborhood once. If that's what this is, I think this is a diamondback water snake. Oh, they say it is a cottonmouth. Wow. I can only go by that pattern on the back. Now when I see a diamondback water snake, y'all will go, why did you think that's what it was? Okay. That bugs me that that's that orientation, but I mean, that's such a cottonmouth stance right there. Looking still to see when an expert came in and said, oh, well, I guess they already know that's what it is. Oh, cottonmouth was on the driveway in my neighborhood. Okay, so they just don't have to correct him because it's the correct ID. Okay. Just before joining this group, I found this little guy. I always believed it was a copperhead. After being part of this group for several months, I'm much better at IDing snakes. I came across these pics yesterday. Now I believe this is a cottonmouth. Can somebody confirm this species for me? Found in Cleveland, Texas. I mean, first I just want to say, is that not just, I just think they're beautiful. But that almost Aztec-looking pattern is part of the clue. So they don't tell us what species that is, but to me that's a very Aztec-looking pattern on there. It kind of has the jaggedy, edges around the patterns. Okay, that's a copperhead. This little pinkish one down here, that's a copperhead. Oh, that's just this is from one of our admins here, giving you some pointers on how to tell what's what. Here's a water snake. He's got the bands. Let's see, what are the distinguishing features to identify the plain-bellied water snake versus the cottonmouth? Again, those labial bars, you're not going to find labial bars on a cottonmouth. In this one, you can kind of see that pattern that I was talking about on the cottonmouth. This one, again, labial bars. You can't really make out the chalk lines. Yeah, you can. Kind of make them out up here. Another with these jaggedy Aztec-looking lines, cottonmouth. That's a baby. I wish we could see a baby. Again, plain looking on the back, and then they have this pattern on the underneath the belly and the jaw, starting underneath the jaw, going down the belly. Oh, but this is, this looks like labial bars, so I think that's a plain-bellied water snake. Let's see if it's confirmed here. Plain-bellied water snake. Again, one of our admin. Another cottonmouth. I think that's a cottonmouth. Can't see his face. Oh, plain-bellied water snake. Wow. Nothing like a picture in the dark to make it even harder to see. Oh, you can't move it when it's like that. That's funny. Oh, I'm not out at night to encounter most of these anyway. These fat bodies, too, on these cottonmouths, man. Oh, but again, what a great example of that. I hope you know what I'm saying, that Aztec-looking pattern. The jaggedy edges and, wow. This might be a baby. I don't know if cottonmouths have that green tail when they're babies too. What did this say it is? Cottonmouth, yep. Oh, pixelated. can't believe we didn't see more cottonmouth pictures though early on. I have to search for them. Usually there's hundreds of those. I wanted to find a broad-banded copperhead too. This might be a broad-banded copperhead here. Broad-banded copperhead. So it still has those sections, but notice the, let's move it. Sorry guys, I keep forgetting where you are in relation to where the computer is. So it's not jaggedy. Notice it's not Aztec-y, pixelated along the edges of the pattern or the chunks, like on the cottonmouths. But here's a water snake. He's got those labial bars. Okay. Oh, I don't know what he's eating. Let's don't go there. But let's we'll close that out, or I'll just make myself bigger again so I can close out the video. And thank you for letting me quiz myself. I was here I'm up late every night anyway. I'm a night owl, and I've just kind of gotten used to staying up late so that I can let the dogs out, since we so often have fosters or boarders here. And then we can do a late night potty break, and then Richard gets up early in the mornings, and that way he can let them out when he gets up, and nobody has to go too long. That's just really come in handy when we've got young dogs here that are still being housebroken. So last night I was sitting here watching movies late. It's been nicely cool. It got up to about 91 or 92 today. But it's not that warm in the house, so we just leave the doors and the windows open and the fans running. And man, I could smell a snake. So I don't know, we are seeing a lot of frogs. There's a lot of frogs coming up into the backyard and up near the back porch, and that does attract a lot of the water snakes, because that's what they eat, frogs and fish and lizards and stuff. And so it was about time to let the dogs out, but just before I was going to get up to let the dogs out, man, I got that smell of skunk musk, that the wind was bringing in because the back door was open. So I let the dogs out, and then I'm out there hunting with a flashlight to see if I could find it, and I couldn't find it, and it may not have been in the backyard, so the wind may have brought that smell in from someplace farther than the backyard. But it's you can't not notice that smell. And when I've been musked by a rat snake, when I'm relocating a rat snake from the pen, that smell is hard to get rid of. And even when I wash my hands or, wash my clothes, then the way the dogs react to me afterward, I can tell they can still smell it for sure. So whatever it's meant to do for the snake, I'm guessing it does it, because it's not pleasant. It's very skunk smelling. I've never been sprayed by a skunk, and the dogs, knock on wood, have never been sprayed by a skunk. We do have skunks here. But I have been musked by snakes enough to know now that that's what I'm smelling, and that's what I smelled last night, but I never did see the snake. So I hope you learned something today. Again, I just want to offer you some encouragement and a little bit of education, and help you maybe gain an appreciation for, again, wildlife in general, nature in general, but snakes in particular, because they really get a bad rap. I'll probably do a spider video too, because if you don't know, if you're new here, I love them as much as I love snakes, and I do encounter them quite often around here. So I'll have some links again in the description for a couple of my snake videos, and at least the one spider video that I've put up to let you see the kind of spiders that I find here. And just remember that, they all serve a purpose, and it's possible to coexist. Some animals obviously are less of a concern, and you don't have to freak out. You don't ever have to freak out. That's when people get hurt, when they start freaking out and start trying to kill things, and that's when it can really go wrong. But obviously some of them are potentially dangerous and should be admired from a distance. But until you take the time to educate yourself so that you know which is which, it's too easy to feel like you just have to kill everything encounter. And I just don't want anyone to feel like that, because nature is amazing and beautiful, and it's here for a reason, and knowledge is power. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I didn't necessarily mean for this to go so long, but I spend a lot of time every day just looking at these Facebook pages and gaining more knowledge for myself and learning from my mistakes when I misidentify something. And obviously, if I ever come across one of these that I've never seen before, you will be among the first to know it, because I'll have video and pictures and things to show. I'd really love to meet a hognose, and I would really love to meet a king snake. Those are bucket list things for me. But I'll see you in the next video. Not sure what that's going to be yet. I might sneak another live in here before too long, because I really do enjoy interacting with you real time while I'm on the screen. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm still working on getting a regular schedule down so I can put videos up more consistently for you. Thank you to those of you that have stuck with me even though I took a big break for the summer. It's not nearly as busy right now. We had 2 boarders go home earlier today. It's just our 3 dogs now for the rest of the day and tomorrow. And then we'll have boarders come back on Monday. They'll be here Monday through Thursday. Then we have a little bit of a break before we've got a big batch of boarders coming week after next. So I'm going to take advantage of the downtime I have when I have it, so that maybe I can put something together to share with you. But again, I just thank you. I thank you for sticking with me, even though I've not been real consistent, and I'm going to work on that and try to get back to spending more time with you a little more regularly. I hope you're safe where you are. I know I have friends and followers on the East Coast. I've been in touch with my friend Southern Mama, Beth. She's in the Carolinas, and they've had so much rain, it's not even comprehensible to me. I don't even know what to do with some of the facts and figures I'm seeing, but they're okay. So everyone in the family is safe and they're okay. But lots of things to clean up, and I just try to focus on, you know, the good, that people are okay, because there were losses, always going to be losses. And I'm keeping my eye on the weather, because it looks like there's another system set to wreak some hurricane havoc on that same part of the U.S. Here in the next week to 10 days. So keep those people close to your hearts. But I hope you're having pleasant weather and things are going well for you wherever you are. Be safe, be happy, be well, be blessed. And I'll see you in the next video. Love you all, guys. Thanks again for stopping by.